Good day everyone! So today mag-aaral tayo ng bagong topic sa Mathematics 10. Pero bago ko introduce kung ano yung topic na yun, basahin muna natin tong problem na to. So sabi rito, suppose you are a member of a rescue team. A person is lost somewhere on the forest and you can simply walk straight to the person because the terrain is dangerous. So medyo mahirap, no? Hindi natin basta-basta pwedeng puntahan yung nawawalang person. Fortunately, two rescue stations have spotted the person. They each know the direction they are looking at, and they know how far apart the stations are. Without walking to the person, and without using a drone, and without using GPS, do you think it's possible to determine exactly where the person is? Diba, have you ever wondered how in early times, paano nasusukat ng mga tao yung mga bagay na hindi nila mapuntahan o hindi nila maabot, no? Kagaya niyan. Gusto nilang masukat kung ano yung exact distance nung missing person dun sa dalawang towers na nakakakita sa kanya. Ang kagandahan niyan, may sagot dyan ng mathematics. So, yun ang pag-aaralan natin today. Pero bago yon, illustrate muna natin yung problem. So, sabi daw, meron tayong missing person. So, suppose nandito si person A. Yan. Let's name this point A. Ito yung ating person. And then may dalawang towers or rescue stations na nakakakita sa kanyang pwesto. So let's name those two towers as point B and point C. So si point B, let's say ito yung tower 1 natin. Si point C naman yung ating tower 2. So at the moment, nakikita nila si person A somewhere in the forest. Kaya lang hindi nila masabi kung ano yung exact distance ni person A from their point of view. Pero anong alam nila? Alam nila kung gaano kalayo sa isa't isa yung dalawang towers. So alam nila kung gaano kalayo si point B kay point C. So suppose this is 10 kilometers apart. And then, meron silang tool to measure the angle. So, they know what angle they're looking at the person with respect to the other tower. So, suppose this is 70 degrees daw, and the other angle from tower 2's point of view is 60 degrees. Ayan. So, ngayon, gusto nila malaman gaano kalayo si person from the two towers. Yan yung kailangan nating masolve. So, the figure given is a triangle. Naalala nyo nung grade 9, meron tayong topic na naaral na pwede nating masolve yung mga missing parts ng isang triangle. And that is the trigonometric ratios, yung sine, yung cosine, at saka yung tangent. And their reciprocal functions. Now, if you still remember yung ating SOHCAHTOA, ito, SOHCAHTOA. Yan. SO stands for sine theta is equal to the opposite side of theta divided by the hypotenuse. Ka stands for cosine theta is equal to the adjacent side to theta divided by the hypotenuse. And TOA stands for tangent theta is equal to the opposite side to theta divided by the adjacent side to theta. Ang problema, yung SOHCAHTOA only works for right triangle. So, gagana lang to para sa mga right triangles natin. So, tingnan natin kung yung given triangle ba dito ay isang right triangle. Again, ang right triangle is a triangle that contains one 90-degree angle or meron siyang 90 degrees dapat. Ano nga ulit yung sum ng ating interior angles ng kahit anong triangle? The sum is always equal to 180 degrees. Natutunan na natin yan. So, basically, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, ayun yung tatlong interior angles natin. Dapat equal yan to 180 degrees. So, gamit tong idea na to, pwede nating malaman ngayon kung ano bang sukat ni angle A. Para malaman natin kung itong triangle ba na to ay right triangle. So, solve natin. Angle A is missing, angle B is 70 degrees, and angle C is 60 degrees. That should be equal to 180 degrees. So add muna natin yung dalawang angles, B and C. So angle A plus 70 degrees plus 60 degrees is 130 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. Apply natin yung addition property of equality or APE. So, gamitan natin ng shortcut. That would be 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. Ayan. Yung shortcut natin yung parang transpose na tinatawag nyo. And therefore, angle A is 50 degrees. Ayan. So, 50 degrees daw tong missing angle natin. So, nasolve na natin ang ating missing angle. This is 50 degrees. As you can see, hindi to right triangle kasi yung tatlong angles niya, kahit isa dyan, walang 90 degrees. 50 degrees, 70 degrees, tsaka 60 degrees. So, hindi gagana yung ating SOHCAHTOA. So, this won't work, no? Hindi pwede. So, paano na ngayon, sir? Fortunately, nag-devise sila ng panibagong formula para sa mga ganitong problema. Paano na pag hindi right yung triangle, hindi natin masusukat? So, kapag yung triangle ay hindi right triangle or wala siyang right angle, this is what we call an oblique triangle. Ayan, oblique siya. Okay. Ayan. Ano nga ba ang oblique triangle? Ito na, by definition, ang oblique triangles are triangles that does not contain any right angle. There are two possible classifications for oblique triangles. Meron tayong tinatawag na acute triangle. Ayan. Acute triangle, kapag yung triangle, lahat ng interior angles niya are less than 90 degrees. Kagaya nitong ating figure. 50 degrees, less than 90 yan. 70 and also 60 degrees are all less than 90 degrees. So therefore, this is an example of an acute triangle. Ano pa yung isa? The other oblique triangles is what we call the obtuse triangle. Nagiging obtuse triangle naman siya kapag meron siyang isang more than or greater than 90 degree angle. Alright? So, as you can see, wala namang angle dyan na mas mataas sa 90 degrees. So, therefore, hindi yan obtuse triangle. So, kapag daw yung triangle ay oblique triangle, merong panibagong formula na gagamitin. And that is our topic today, which are the law of sines. So, pag-aaralan natin today kung ano ang law of sines at paano ginagamit ang law of sines. No? Kailan siya ginagamit. Alright? So, let's proceed to our topic. Definition muna ulit. Oblique triangle, again, is a triangle that does not contain a right angle. So, it may be classified as either acute triangle if all the interior angles are less than 90 degrees, or an obtuse triangle if one angle is greater than 90 degrees. Okay, so oblique triangles yung paggagamitan natin ng law of sines. Sa tanong nga ba ang law of sines? Ito yon. So, the formula that you can see above, ito, yan ang ating law of sines. So, sabi dyan, sin A or capital A divided by lowercase a is equal to sin capital B all over lowercase b. That is also equal to sin capital C all over lowercase c. So, yung capital A, capital B, at saka capital C are the measures of the angles, no? Ito, si angle A, si angle B, tsaka si angle C. Right? Now, yung mga nasa ilalim naman, yung mga lowercase letters, lowercase a, lowercase b, at tsaka lowercase c, those are the measures of the sides, yung mga gilid, yung mga edges ng ating triangle. Ito, kung gaano kahaba yan. Right? Ito si side B at saka si side C. So, kailan ginagamit ang love signs? Magagamit natin yung love signs kapag meron tayong oblique triangle tapos ang binigay ay dalawang angles at saka isang side. So, there are two possibilities. Angle, side angle, at saka angle, angle, side. O kaya naman kapag dalawang sides at saka isang angle yung given. But this would be a topic for another time. For today, magfo-focus lang tayo dito sa dalawang cases na to. Kapag binigyan ka ng dalawang angles at saka yung side sa pagitan nila, at kapag binigyan ka naman ng dalawang angles at saka yung side na wala sa pagitan nila, or ASA at saka AAS. So, let's proceed. Sagutin na natin yung problem kanina. So, sabi doon, meron daw tayong lost person. Ito na-solve lang natin to recently kasi alam natin yung sum ng interior angles ng isang triangle. And we know the other parts. So, yung tower 1 at tower 2, this is 10 kilometers apart. So, A yung gagamitin ko, small letter A, kasi opposite siya sa ating angle A. So, kung ano yung katapat, no? So, opposite angle B, we will name that side B. And opposite angle C, we will name that side C, or lowercase c. So, yan yung ating mga sides. So, ang gusto nating masolve dito, anong measure or anong sukat ni side B at saka ni side C? Ayan. Si angle A, na measure natin yung kanina using the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So, yung tatlong yan dapat equal to 180 degrees. Kaya si angle A naging 50 degrees. Ayan, si angle A. Right? So, gamitin natin yung love signs. Sabi dun sa love sign, sin capital A all over small a is equal to sin capital B all over small b is equal to sin capital C all over small c. So, ngayon, look at the given. So, meron tayong angle A. Angle A is equal to 50 degrees. Meron ba tayong angle B? Yes. Meron tayong angle B that is equal to 70 degrees. Angle C is equal to 60 degrees. Ayan. Meron ba tayong small a or side A? Side A natin is 10 kilometers. Let's put a unit here. So that's 10 kilometers. Tapos, meron ba tayong side B? Wala tayong side B. So, that's what we are looking for. At wala rin tayong side C. Alright. So, ngayon, paano ginagamit yung love signs? Pipili ka lang ng isang pair from the given formula. So, as you can see, kompleto yung ating angle A and side A. So, gagamitin natin to, yung ratio na yan. So, sin A all over small a. And then, I want to find side B. Gaano kahaba or gaano kalayo tong distance ni point A kay tower 2, which is our side B. So, para masolve natin si side B, gagamitin ko si sin B all over small b. Ayan. So, 2 ratios at a time lang, no? Gagamitin nyo lang yung dalawa dyan sa mga yan. Or 2 pairs dyan sa dalawang yan. So, in this case, I'll be using sin A over A is equal to sin B over B. And then, let's substitute the given. So, from the given values, ang angle A natin ay 50 degrees. So, palitan na natin to. So, sin 50 degrees all over small a, that's 10, is equal to sin 70 degrees all over side B. So, yung B natin, hindi natin alam kung anong value niya. So, pwede tayong gumamit dito ng multiplication property of equality or cross-multiply for the shortcut. So, magko-cross multiply tayo, magiging B times sine 50. Pwede muna nating i-disregard yung degrees, no? Is equal to 10 times sine 70. So, applying the cross multiplication shortcut, no, yung denominator natin will be multiplied to the other side of the equation sa numerator. Ganun din yung denominator nating b will be multiplied to the numerator on the other side of the equation. And we want b to be left alone dito sa ating left side, no? So, gusto natin b lang yung maiwan. So, in order for us to eliminate sine 50, divide natin both sides by sine 50. Ayan. So, this will be cancelled. Ayan. B is equal to, you may use a calculator for this para mas mabilis nating masolve, no? So, 10 times sine 50. Scientific calculator ang recommended ko na gamitin nyo rito. 10 times sine 70 all over sine 50. Sine 50. Alright. So the answer would be equal to 12.2668. Round off natin to 2 decimal places. 2668. Marami pa siya. So, round off natin yung answer natin. That would be 12.27, 2 decimal places, no? Kilometers. So, si side B is malayo-layo, no? Si hiker o si person sa ating tower 2. So, side B is now 12.27 kilometers. At ito ang ating solution. So, we got one of the sides. Gusto rin ni Tower 1 malaman yung distance niya from the person. So, we can apply the same procedure to solve the distance between the lost person and Tower 1 or point B. Or, tama, no? Kay point B natin. Ayan. So, we just need to change the formula. So, if I'm going to solve for side C, I only need to change my formula. So, papalitan ko to ng formula. So, let me erase this part para makapag-solve naman tayo kay side C o yung distance ng ating lost person from tower B. So, papalitan ko lang to, no? This will become sin C over small c. So, pwede pa rin natin gamitin si sin A over A kasi siya yung kumpleto. Alright? So, let's do the same process. So, this will become sin A is 50 degrees. So, sin 50 all over small a, which is 10, is equal to sin C or angle C, which is 60 degrees all over small c. So, yung C yung hindi pa natin alam. Pwede nyo muna i-disregard yung degree sign, no? For solving purposes. Alright, apply again yung cross multiply. So, yung denominator on one side of the equation will be multiplied to the numerator on the other side of the equation. So, C times sine 50 is equal to 10 times sine 60. And then we want C na matira lang dito sa left side. So, I'm going to divide both sides by sine 50. This will be cancelled. So, C na lang yung may iwan sa left side. Tapos, pwede nyo nang i-calculator, scientific calculator yung right side. So, this will become 10 times sine 60 all over sine 50. Ayan. Make sure na tama yung pagtatype nyo sa calculator kasi otherwise, pwede rin tayo magkamali, no? Kapag mali yung pagkakatype or magkakaroon ng syntax error. Syntax error refers to the wrong operation. Math error kapag walang sagot or undefined yung inyong value. Alright, so this gave us 11.3051. Rounding off our answer to the nearest hundredths. So that would be 11.31 kilometers. Ayun. So the distance of the person from Tower 1 is 11.31 kilometers. So imagine that, everyone. We were able to estimate the distance of the person from the two towers without actually reaching the person. So alam na kagad natin kung gaano kalayo yung kailangan natin lakarin in order for us to rescue the missing person. Right? So this side is 11 kilometers, more than 11 kilometers. And the other side is more than 12 kilometers. So this is 12.27 kilometers. And that's how you apply the law of sines. Alright? So na-figure out natin yung distance, no? So without actually reaching the person and measuring the distance between the person and the tower, we were able to estimate their distance from each other. Is this clear? So if you have something to clarify, you may go back to the video naman. Alright. So let's have another problem, no? Just to practice. So if you want, you can pause the video here, try to solve this problem using the law of sines, and then check whether you are correct or not. So, umpisahan ko na yung pagsasolve. Again, the law of sines is sine A all over small a. That is equal to sine B all over small b. And that's equal to sine C over small c. So, ang meron tayo dito is angle A, which is 37 degrees. Meron ba tayong small a? No, missing. Meron tayong angle B, which is 78 degrees. Wala tayong small b, missing din. At meron ba tayong angle C? Well, we can solve that using the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So, ang angle C natin dito is 180 degrees minus yung sum ng dalawang angles. So, 37 plus 78 degrees. Ayan. So, para makuha natin si angle C. So, if we do that, we get angle C to be 180 minus, this is 115. 180 degrees minus 115. Sum of 37 plus 78 is 115 degrees. So, angle C is therefore equal to 65 degrees. Ayan. So, meron na tayong angle C ngayon, no? Mabilis lang siya makuha. So, angle C is 65 degrees. Alright. At meron din tayong lowercase c, which is 19. So, magagamit natin tong pair na to para sa ating law of sine. So, gagamitin ko si sine capital C over C kasi siya yung kumpleto, no? Hindi tayo makakapag-solve using law of sines kapag dalawa yung nawawala. So, dapat isa lang yung missing part pag ginamit nyo yung law of sines in order for this to work. So, pwede nating unahin ngayon si small a. So, I'll be using sine capital A all over small a. So, ang missing part natin dito is small a. Again ha, dapat isa lang yung missing part for this to work. Alright. So, sine capital C. So, sine, ang ating capital C is 65 degrees all over 19. Substitute na. Is equal to sine capital A is 37 degrees or angle A all over small a, cross multiply, so that will give us A times sine 65. Pwede nyo na itong i-shortcut. Kung alam nyo yung shortcut, diretso na sa ilalim si sine 65. But kung nalilito pa, take it slowly, no? Mas magandang dahan-dahan mong inaaral, mas magagrasp mo. Okay? So, divide both sides, syempre, by sine 65 degrees. Kasi ang gusto lang nating maiwan, si A. Alright? So, divided by sine 65. Cancel. So, ang sagot natin dyan would be 19 times sine 37. Alright, so I'm using a calculator at the moment. Divided by sine 65. Alright, so that will give you 12.616. So A is equal to 12.6165. Ayan. And then round off your answers to 2 decimal places. So 12.62. Ayan. Alright. Okay. So this is now 12.62. So si angle C natin, 65 degrees. Side A is 12.62 units. Kung ano man yung units natin dyan. And finally, solving for side B. No? Side B naman. So, dahil gusto ko masolve si side B, papalitan ko naman yung sin A over A. I will use sin B over small b. Ganun lang yan, kung ano yung missing part. So, sin B over B. So, sin C over C, so sin 65 all over 19 is equal to 78 sin 78 degrees all over B. Cross multiply ulit as usual. So B is equal to diretso na. Yung magiging shortcut niya, ito pupunta sa ilalim. Yung 19 mamumultiply sa numerator. So 19 times sin 78 degrees all over sin 65 degrees. Para na-skip na natin yung part nung dividing both sides. Lalo na kapag medyo time pressured yung test natin, no? But still, be careful whenever you're doing this. Make sure na nag-grasp nyo ng mabuti yung concept before doing any shortcuts. Especially kung gusto ni teacher ng complete solutions, ipakita lahat ng steps. Right? So, this would be equal to B equals 20.506. Or this is 51. If you round it off to the nearest, 100. So, 20.51 units. Ayan. So, ang ating side B is 20.51 units. And that's how you use the law of sines. Alright? So, if you want further practices, now here's another problem for you. But before that, I want you to know that the opposite the largest angle, so our largest angle here is 78 degrees. So yung katapat niya, tandaan, yun lagi yung pinakamahabang side. Opposite the largest angle of any triangle is always the longest side of the triangle. Opposite the smallest angle, 37 degrees is our smallest angle, ito rin yung pinakamaiksing side. So, this is 12.62. So, as you can see, 12.62 yung pinakamaiksing side. That is opposite the smallest angle. 20.51 yung longest side, which is opposite our largest angle. At yung middle angle is equal to the middle measure of the side. Alright? And that's it. That's how you use the law of sines. That is used for oblique triangles, and the law of sine states that sin A over A is equal to sin B over B is equal to sin C over C. Kukuha lang kayo ng isang pair na pwede nyong gamitin. Always use the complete pair, yung may angle at saka yung may opposite side. Tapos, pili kayo ng isang pair na may angle at saka missing side or missing part. Okay? Kung alin man, missing man yung angle or missing man yung side. Alright. But we'll be having another topic for this. Law of sines pa rin, but this time for ambiguous cases. So, i-discuss ko naman sa inyo kung ano yung ambiguous case on our next video. And for your additional practice, Here is another triangle for you to practice on and try if you can get the answers. You can pause it here. And these are the answers. So angle C should be equal to 70 degrees. Side A is equal to, this is going to be, here's the solution. We can use sine C over C is equal to sine A over A. And that's going to be, sorry, sine 70 degrees all over small c is 20, which is equal to sine 35 degrees all over A. Alright, so 20 times sine 35 all over sine 70. So that's 12.21 as well. Tama ba? 12.21 ang ating side A, and side B is over 20 is equal to sine 75 all over small b. So that would be equal to 20 times sine 75 all over sine 70. That is 20.56 units. Okay. Do not forget the units whenever you post your answers, huh? That is very important. Alright, everyone. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.